Smash the like button. Pelicans lose 104-89. Zion Williamson goes 5 of 20 from the field. We're going to talk about it right now.
First took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth out.
Brought to you by the Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. If you've been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, or hurt offshore, Scott Vicknair handles it all. Give him a call at 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. Yes, free consultation. They always fight for the win. Ross 5, Chaz Lito joining us tonight. I see a bunch of comments. Lito, just go ahead. We'll start with Zion. Just go ahead.
I mean, what you want me to say about him? He was 5 for 2. I tweeted out Draymond was 3 for 4, 3 or shit like that. Zion was 0 for 1. It's just a willingness to even take the shot. Draymond is a notoriously bad shooter from 3 throughout his career. He shoots like he has a backpack on. He's still willing to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, let's talk about Draymond owning Zion out there. Defensively, it was a masterpiece he put on. You know what I'm saying? If you stay ready, you don't got to get ready.
Yeah. Jarrett, what did you see from Zion? We'll go Jarrett, Chaz, and Ross. What did you see from Zion?
Nothing. The same thing y'all fucking saw. I mean, he didn't play well. He got outplayed by Draymond. They knew what he wanted to do. That's what kind of happens in these baseball series. The teams know what you're trying to do, and if you're not offensively creative, you're just going to try to do the exact same thing you tried to do the game before. Well, yeah, they're ready for that. Forced Zion to shoot. Got him talked out of games. He committed a lot of offensive fouls, just like he did in the game before. What else is new?
So, Chaz, was all this off-season talk now just basically bullshit, or is he still dealing with this virus?
He looked like he was in shape to me. I don't attribute any of it to a player being out of shape or anything like that. Maybe out of rhythm, but. Dog, even the last game, I didn't think he had a great game. They did a lot of shit that they weren't supposed to do. It's almost like you got again. I'm tired of saying it at this point, bro. Why are you posting up this 6'6" dude who isn't a power forward on 6'7" players who one being arguably the greatest defensive player of all time, arguably, and you just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. It didn't work last game. You kind of got away with it, but it didn't work last game. So they cut off the one thing that was kind of working with getting Zion in motion. I mean, to me, this is just coaching, bro. I put 80% of it on bad coaching, and I don't give a fuck who's in charge of the coaching. I put 80% of it on bad coaching. It's just awful coaching. Because to me, if he played bad and a couple other people was lighting the world on fire, I could say, well, shit, you got to show up. You look crazy. To me, they all just look crazy. They just look like a team that know they lost. If I had to say anything complimentary about Zion, it would be that he did take 20 shots. So at least he ain't leave no bullets in the gun. But at the same time, it's y'all look like shit.
I just realized that Jordan Hawkins led the team with 21 shots tonight. Zion was second at 20. Jose Alvarado was third with 13. Brandon only attempted 11. Ross, go ahead with
the same thing yesterday. Zion. I did. Stop posting up Draymond Green. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know I said it in our chat, but I'm so tired of watching that post up on the right side from the mid post where he just ducks his head, gets into the middle of the paint, into a triple team, forces up a left-handed scoop shot that just either gets blocked or fumbled or misses. This was a really pathetic performance. I've never been more bored. Usually I find myself either angry, disappointed, happy in some instances. This was just a pathetic, boring performance. I mean, I just don't have a lot to say. Certainly nothing positive. I don't have one positive thing to say from this thing. Not one. About anyone.
Are y'all
It's pathetic.
I don't even know what to say, Jared. Like Zion 5-20 from the field. I think he's also goes 2 of 7 from the free throw line. I think he's shooting like. Let me see. Hold up.
Justin, I can stop you right there. He doesn't practice basketball. There's no way.
He just has not, and we've talked about this all day today. He has not added to his game whatsoever. He hasn't added one. I saw last night. I wasn't even joking. What, like, from year 1 to year 6, what has he added to his game? Sure, because the sky was the limit for Zion. There were so many different ways he could score and how powerful he was and skillful and explosive. You know, we always talked about developing the 15-footer, then eventually go back to shoot the 3. His ball handling could have gotten better. That hasn't gotten better. His shooting has not. Did he take a midi tonight?
Yeah, he took a midi. Hit the entire backboard with it. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
it's year 6.
Yeah, it's just a guy that hasn't got better skillfully, right? Like naturally gifted, right? Could jump out the gym, could finish at the rim, had amazing touch. These are all things that he was gifted with. Some things he probably did work on with his stepfather. I'm pretty sure he did. But at this level, everybody's gifted. Everybody's athletic. Everybody has the ability to do something very well. It just seems like everybody else is getting better at a faster pace than he is. And the injuries they play a part in it. But still, when you're not injured, you're not getting better at a rate that is indicative to winning. That's what we're upset about. It's not consistent. It's sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. And this is the thing. Like the beginning of this season is the worst we've ever seen Zion Williamson. Like the worst. Like at what point, who's going to hold him accountable? How does he hold himself accountable? Does he want to be good? Does he want to be great? Especially when things aren't going his way.
You asked that like a couple days ago, Jared, but like the answer to that. Because I don't think he wants to be great.
Well, we have our opinions about it, but somebody needs to ask him on wax, like, do you really want to be great? And then hold him to what he's saying. I don't think no one's doing that.
Lito, Zion, this is from Christian Clark. Zion now has more games with sub 30% shooting this season than he did in the first 5 years of his career.
Yeah, man. When there's nothing added to your game and it's purely based on athleticism, and everybody know you going one way, you know what I'm saying? Like Justin, if I know you making a left turn every block we on, like I eventually, like, you know what I'm saying, either somebody you're gonna have to commit to maybe trusting making a right turn or trusting your right hand. Like the thing about
he went on the right side tonight. Do you remember he went on the right side with his left hand and just completely blew the layup? Completely blew it. Because he don't trust his right hand. Sorry, Lito. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, that's it. You're a professional basketball player who can't use it, who can't trust your offhand. Like, you're a 2-time All-Star who cannot trust your offhand. Like, I don't care about the excuses. I don't care. I'm not like, don't talk to me about Willie Green. Don't talk to me about the coaching staff. Like, this purely on you. And yeah, he had 20 shots, but like, you've been asking for him to shoot more. But man, I don't know.
It's deflating. It's deflating.
He looked terrible.
It's disheartening.
Does he have a dunk yet this year?
Yeah, I know he's got
breakaway type dunk.
Y'all think he's lost the explosiveness too? Y'all think he's lost some?
No, I think he just lazy.
Oh no. I just think that I feel like we have this every year. Then you see the motherfucker jump above the backboard and be like, oh, he's back. That's why I can't really have these conversations in good faith. Because it's like, Dog, it's clearly Willie Green. Like hold up.
Why do you say it's clearly Willie Green though?
You know why I
I'm
say
not
this?
sure. Yeah.
Because I said this in 2022. I know Lito remember, we was all in the spaces. I said Willie Green is a bad tactical coach. I was the first person saying Willie Green is bad.
Sure.
Took a lot of backlash for it. Willie Green has one technical foul call in 3 of the 4 games. In one game total out of all of it. So, dog, the Pelicans in the first half had one starter who shot a single free throw. You mean to tell me, all right, so Zion, motherfucker got one thing he does aside from that post shit, which I hate. You mean to tell me he took 20 shots and in the first half he didn't get fouled at all? You know, what's his name? Misi didn't get fouled at all. Nobody getting fouled at all. You don't get a technical foul until Javonte Green picks up a foul in the
I thought that was weird. The technical foul was so weird to me.
That
was a weird technical.
I appreciated it. I just don't like the timing of it.
No, it doesn't. Well, like Zion had the defender sealed. Like we were in the middle of the play. I just didn't know that
it was bad timing.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that on offense you call that technical foul. I was like, wait a second, let the play go through and then call it technical foul.
I'm just saying, though. You talk about let's talk about the scoring averages going down every year. When do the scoring averages begin to go down? With the hiring of Willie Green. It's Willie Green, dog. Like it's Willie Green. It just is what it is, dog. The man don't know what he's doing out there. He just looked crazy. He's so disinterested. Like, did y'all see like when they were zooming in on him? He don't have the answer at all. Like he don't have the answer at all.
So Ross, to Chaz's point, Zion Williamson 2022 had shot 60.8% from the field, then 57%, now 41%. He was at 61% with Stan Van Gundy, 58% with Gentry.
Was he now?
41.
Under Willie Green's.
Actually, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse, Chaz.
I told you
ever since
No. Since Willie got he went 60.
It's gotten worse. Every single year.
To 41.
Every
this
year.
This year's at 41.
Yeah.
Every year since his second year, he's gotten worse. Points per game have gone down. Shooting percentage has steadily gone down. And that's why when you asked the question earlier, or Justin asked it, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he's just not what we thought he was. There's no other way to say it. He's just not what we thought he was. It doesn't mean that he can't have games where he scores 30 efficiently or whatever. But he's just not what he ain't that. He's not that. He just isn't. Whether he doesn't care enough or his skill set is limited. Whatever. It doesn't. It's not just like he's not what we thought it was. But it's the whole kit and caboodle, man, top to bottom. I mean, we're sitting here talking about the same shit that we've talked about for years. Team not prepared. Team can't generate decent looks. Team didn't change anything from game 1 to game 2. Like the team totally ill prepared to make adjustments. Didn't make any adjustments at halftime. Got coached off the floor. Didn't play like it's just the same. It's not like it. We can pinpoint we can talk about Zion for the next hour if we want to because he's been that bad. But it's just such a litany of things that it's like
the kit and caboodle. That was definitely an ism.
It's an ism. It's just such a bland, boring, pathetic product. I don't see the will to win or the will to even improve. I don't think you have anyone in charge that can help you improve. Or hold you accountable at least. It's just a really disgusting excuse for a professional franchise, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah.
Van Gundy was the worst decision this organization
I'm almost,
has
Chaz, I thought you were crazy for saying that. I really did. I remember I was like, Chaz, like that's a little crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. You're right.
It's the act, like again
because
when you
he was
talk
the
about
guy. He was the guy who's going to change it around. He was get all
no,
the
that,
bullshit
like
out the building.
when
I
you
still
talk
don't think-
about. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Five.
my bad, Chess. Go on. Go
No,
ahead.
you good. You good. Go ahead.
No, I don't think that although firing Van Gundy, I think if anybody needed to be fired, it needed to be Griff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like no
Oh, like
matter
now?
what, Stan wasn't going to be able to have like control that you would want or really have impact that you would want, because
That's real.
if Brandon and Griff have their thing, it wouldn't have mattered what Stan would have said. He probably wouldn't have been able to influence Brandon like he wanted to. So if anything, the worst decision it would probably have to be Griff, because he controls everything and he allows this to happen. Then he blames it on the pieces that he hired, as if like he had no say so in that. Like, no, it's at your feet. Not necessarily like Willie Green's a bad coach. He just is. Like he doesn't influence anything. Rip. But that's a part of it. Like, it's all at Griff's feet, not necessarily just at Willie Green or Zion, although they play a part in that, but it's really Griff.
I mean, like, to Willie Green, like Lito, like, so Griff would now be, this would be year 6. He would have fired Alvin Gentry, Stan Van Gundy, and Willie Green. 3 coaches in 6 years. Like, at what point are you the problem? At what point do you assess yourself? Because, sorry, go ahead.
I think when you get to firing your second coach, I think that's probably when you should be evaluated and maybe let go yourself. Like three coaches in your tenure, and three coaches in 6 years.
It's crazy.
Like, Hov had a line where he was talking about Nas when he was like, "That's a one hot album every 10-year average." Like, and when you think about it like that, like you had a one hot season where
It wasn't even a season, bro. It was half a season.
it was half a season. But let me say this: we talking about Willie Green, and how disappointed, and how I don't think Willie Green's a great coach by any means, but that shit out there that Zion is doing, I can't put that on Willie Green, dog. I can't. Like, your coach shouldn't have to tell you to drive right. That motherfucker shouldn't have to tell you. Now I do agree with the post ups. Like, the post ups are crazy, but at the same time, look, this is the alternative. You gonna put him on a perimeter? Like, I see people saying put Zion there, like at the 2. Like, what the fuck? What he gonna do?
Maybe at the elbow, but like once again, his handle sucks.
He refused to take the open elbow jumper.
Right.
Like, where is he supposed to be? At some point, we gotta be like, fuck, he make it hard on the coaching staff.
No, he does. I read of somebody today. It was like, maybe it's really, really hard to build around Zion, right? Like, I understand the concept, bunch of shooters, whatever. But Zion, if he doesn't add anything to his game, like, yeah, Chaz, you're right. Like, I want to talk about this actually. The post up is stupid. I agree with you. Where would you put him? Top of the key?
Yeah. I would let him.
Point guard?
I wouldn't say point guard per se. I think the point Zion thing is a little gimmick. I don't think you're supposed to do that for a full game, but I also think you shouldn't put him in one shooter lineup. I don't think you put nobody in a one shooter lineup.
Yeah.
No.
But yet still, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I've seen it work enough times, like over the past. Understand under when Brandon was hurt, nothing against Brandon. When Brandon was hurt a couple times. I even saw it work in the play-in versus the Lakers. That's why I'm like, I'm just looking like, I mean, it's Willie Green. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say.
Well, I'm interested. So Lito says Zion.
Well, let me ask y'all this, because I think we talked about this. Let me just pose this to the panel. If Willie Green lost his job today, how long do you think it would take him to get another head coaching job.
I don't think he gets another head coach.
Never.
He's
Never. He's not getting another.
Exactly. So
We
Well, let's go Jared and then Ross. We'll
go
Jared
ahead.
and Ross.
All right, I don't think he'll ever coach again. To be honest, I think that's done for. We look at Zion, and I look at this Golden State team, right? And you talk about having one shooter on the court for the Pelicans. They only really had one shooter on the court. It was just Buddy. Now they got guys that can make threes,
like
right? It's positive shooter per se.
Yeah, not like
Yeah, like Brandon could make a three if he just think about that. I think it's the IQ. Like no one's teaching guys IQ on this team. Like their basketball IQ hasn't increased. Zion per se since Willie Green has gotten here, it hasn't gotten better, right? They don't run anything that dictates anything else but put Zion in the mid post and let him go left. Like there's nothing there. Right, they're not getting shooters open. Look at the play at the end of the first half. We get a three from Brandon Ingram with 4 seconds left, right?
Yep.
And this team allows Buddy Hield, the only shooter from Golden State, to get to the other 3-point line to knock down
I'm glad you brought that up.
You just
Jared.
cut it to 1. Now it's back up to 4. Like that almost kills your momentum.
No, it did for sure.
IQ problem. That's not a skill level problem. That's an IQ problem. And you have those problems all the time. It's just no one brings it up.
We were talking about this before you get to Ross, but Jared, we were just talking about this. How many times did they get back cut, slot cut, slipped in less than 24 hours?
It's the
I mean,
same
they ran splits
Yeah.
over and over and over again. There was zero communication. I vividly remember, I think it was Jordan Hawkins getting posted up on the right block. I think it was Kuminga. He got an and one. And Hawkins is like, where's the help? Like, even Joel and AD are like, gotta help. No help comes. Kuminga rips through and one, easy bucket. Go ahead, Ross.
I don't even know what do you want me to say? I was laughing a second ago about Five's comment about it being Griffin. Like we entered a season where they were trying to convince you that there was like high expectations without a center. Like we're still playing Daniel. Like we started Daniel Tice again.
Hold up. Oh, and Daniel Tice got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm unfortunate.
Figure it out.
That's what he said. We're gonna figure it out.
How do you take it? You know, again, I find myself just going to indifference so quickly. Like who cares? They don't care. Who cares? Like, tell me who is the person in charge that cares based on their actions, not on their words.
It ain't about to be me, Ross.
But I'm saying we ain't in charge. I think we all care more than the people in charge. That's what I'm telling you. This is not a one person situation. I think if you had, it's not let's just say that it's not a one person situation. I think there are some people making this situation worse. But yeah, I mean, I laughed earlier. I did the same thing. It was like, well, what can you do? Yeah, Tyson was like, well, so what? We go to somebody like these other centers we have that are in the G League or whatever, where Tice probably should be. I mean, it's just unbelievable that this is the scenario we're in. I mean, I watched JJ Redick in like the second game of his coaching career get on the podium and say that was my fault. I didn't do X, Y, and Z, and that's why we lost. Like, who's gonna do that? Who are any of these? Like, which one of these bums is going to do that? None of them. There's no pressure, and there's no care. There's no like accountability. None of them. They're just going to go about their day.
Candid. So he asked, "What was for everyone listening on the podcast form? What was up with Missy's minutes tonight? Did he struggle tonight? He was actually ruled out.
Got a hip
midway through the third quarter, hip contusion.
Bunch of brittle guys.
He did struggle also though.
He was bad. He was good.
Bunch of brittle guys. And there's just go ahead.
No, my bad, Ross. He should struggle against this team. They're smart. Yeah. This is the game he should struggle with.
Yeah.
because they're gonna put him in, disadvantaged positions where he doesn't know what's next. Should I help? Should I go with the shooter? Should I close out? He doesn't know yet. And who's gonna be on the bench to tell him, like, hey, this is what you want to look for? No one.
Hey,
I was wondering. Oh, go ahead, Lito.
nah, can we address this real fast? Can I just address this real fast? Jeffrey, I don't give a fuck. This is what you don't understand. That him leaving after the contract is up is the biggest, like the biggest non-secret in the NBA. Like everybody knows, Jeffrey. Everybody knows. I don't give a fuck. You're not giving me success. If you're not helping me, why do I care?
It's also hilarious to me, like just while we're on this contract, like this comment or whatever is like, folks will like lead you to believe that all these people wanting to New Orleans is the same. Like Zion hasn't done shit. Anthony Davis was ripping off first team All NBAs when he was ready to go. Chris Paul, same thing. This dude hadn't done shit. Like, okay. The other cats I would have liked to have kept. This guy's got to give us a reason to want to keep him even. Hell, it's like you're saying he's leaving at his next contract. If this is it. I mean, who cares? Like, who cares? He's not. What are we? This is the problem. This is that means there would only be one. There's many problems. This is one of the many problems. So, is this catering to guys like that? What the fuck are we catering to him for? Hold his ass accountable and make him play hard and do the things he's supposed to do, like everybody else. All of them. Like we're so worried about losing this guy in 5 years. What's he done? He hasn't played in a playoff game yet. Why are we worried about that?
Like you mad at us because that motherfucker playing bad. You mad that we just talking about it. Like, bro, be mad at him. And I get it. He don't want to be here, which is what do you want?
Then grab your chest and say you don't want to be here, and we'll find a trade. I'm sure they'll find a trade. Like, that's cool if you don't want to be here. Trust me, your play shows us. Your play is showing us.
Yeah. And shit, I mean, I said this offseason, I don't even want Trey here no more. I think, go find greener pastures, bro. I'm telling you, wasting your time here. But I wanted to bring up this tweet from 2022. Y'all want the entire front office fired in December. Now some of y'all mad. I'm saying the team doesn't develop players well. Again, I have to harp on this point because I've been met with so much resistance concerning it. Worst thing they did was fire Stan Van Gundy. You never got a culture. It's a bunch of weirdos in the building. I thought Brandon quit tonight. To be honest, I thought he just quit. Like I say, I can't really blame him. I think he had maybe 6 attempts going into the third quarter or some shit. I'm like, all right, it's
Chaz, he's getting double teamed. They're playing hard defense on him, Those guys are playing defense on Brandon.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Now, I don't want to be too doom and gloom because I'm like, well, fuck, I didn't really know what to expect with 4 of your top rotational players being out. But when they all healthy, y'all don't look good. Like, again, Herb could be used in a much better way. If Herb returns, there's ways he can be used much more practically. Zion could be used much more practically. Brandon could be used, he can buy in a bit more to, certain things. Like, that's why even when you mentioned Borrego, I'm like, look, if we going to keep it all the way 100, Brandon don't want to play no James Borrego brand of basketball. If we be honest, we all know that he don't want to do that. So if he don't want to do that, then what's it matter who the coach is? So all he got to say is, I don't want to play this way. So the players got way too much power and too much say for a bunch of guys who haven't really done anything in the league at this point. It's like I feel like you need a new voice in the building. Like you got to get this motherfucking voice out
Good
the
luck with
building.
that.
Yeah.
It's not game 5, it's year 6. Saw this tonight, Jarrett.
At 39 and a timeout.
He didn't quit.
Yeah.
He did not quit.
Man, Jordan Hawkins was hooping. Yeah, thank God somebody wanted to play basketball today. But again, and somebody say something crazy, you on the basketball court, you need to respond. You responded and such. Hey man, watch your mouth. So, hoop like you want to hoop, but watch your mouth. But again, Draymond's been punking his team for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right now, we've seen multiple 20+ point leads vanish. With Steph Curry on the court, without Steph Curry on the court, doesn't matter as long as Draymond's in the game. The Pelicans have an opportunity to blow a lead and lose, or just lose terribly. This might be this loss is worse than the first one, to be honest.
Why is that?
Because you had the answers to the test already, as David Griffin would say at one point. You had the answers to the test, and you still couldn't figure it out. You took this test already, and you still couldn't get it.
A freaking fight.
The thing is, and Justin, we're gonna continue to talk about this whole we had players out thing. Like, I don't want to hear that. Golden State had 2 of their best players out in the 3/4 of their roster are dudes that have been in the building for now their 5th game. Buddy Hield wasn't there last year. Kyle Anderson wasn't there last year. Lindy Waters wasn't there last year. Pod and Trace Jackson Davis are 2nd-year players. Like, it ain't like you just got punked by the Warriors of 6 years ago. You lost to a bunch of 1st and 2nd-year players and a bunch of somewhat journeyman veterans tonight and last night. Like, don't give me that everybody was out. So was theirs. They got a bunch of new people and their best players were out. Like, I don't this is why you have to make the Willie Green change now, if nothing else, because he's just so far. He's put you in such a disastrous hole of lack of preparation, lack of strategy, lack of principles, that as soon as one little thing is off, 2 players out, we're just rolling the ball out there at that point. We're rolling the ball out there no matter what, but with less talent now. And it just looks so bad, as opposed to the Warriors, who I thought generated a ton of open looks.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of layups.
We died on every screen. We died on every screen.
We don't generate any. We run no plays that end up with open threes.
Yes, we do. We run the go screen, flare screen. We got to change that play up. They know it's coming.
Without Steph Curry and without Andrew Wiggins, they generated a ton of open looks. We're just so far behind.
Moody didn't play neither, right?
I don't know. Tonight,
the other point guard was, I forgot his name.
No, Moody played.
Moody played. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I didn't know Beekman was on the Warriors. Reese Beekman
from Scotlandville?
Scotlandville,
yeah.
Shout out Reese.
Shout out Reese. Scored tonight,
I agree with Ross 1,000%. I feel like if you're gonna get rid of Willie Green, do it fast, because motherfuckers already quitting. It's all over. They don't look going into this season again. They were everybody looked weird. Y'all a pack of man. Let me chill out. But anyway, going into the season, I don't care if people got smiles on their face and all that weird wimpy shit y'all into. Look at these smiles. The vibes are great because they're a bunch of losers. Dennis Allen said he went into the locker room and all the captains was like, we ain't got no problem because they're a bunch of losers. You just extended Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is the first player to quit every season. Yes, the O-line is terrible, but he quits first before anybody else quit. He like, well, let me get my shit every season. This is the building. It's a building of losers. Everyone's a loser in the building. So I think you need a culture shift and you need it fast. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say it's not talented people on the staff, but if you ain't really again, you gotta tell me why I need you. You gotta tell me why you need you. Jordan Hawkins tonight showed up. He showed me why you need him. I feel like Jose had a
Jose
game.
battled.
Yeah, he battled.
It's some
Again,
ups
I
and
feel
downs.
like the only person that didn't battle is Brandon. But I understand it because fuck Willie Green.
I just need Ty Graves to come to the altar
Hello.
and
Hello.
marry this woman and take her team. Like, I don't know. That's nonsense.
For real. Second boat.
Like,
Second boat.
like man, this it starts at the top. There needs to be some separation of church and state with the Pelicans, Saints. Everybody needs to go about their business. You do what you do, we do what we do. And the only way we can do that is a new sense of ownership, some new sense of identity. Burn down the Smoothie King Center, get off that grave site. Somebody bring some sage, do whatever we need to do, and build a new arena. Something needs to change quickly.
Also, if y'all want to come rant, I'm gonna leave the link in here. We'll start the fan question presented by 4D. But go ahead. If y'all want to join, I got 30 seconds. Link's right there. Go ahead.
Oh, he mad.
Ross.
He mean this 30 seconds.
I mean this fucking 30 seconds.
It's not. You say we talk about church and state like it's really the sports and the non-sports.
Yeah.
These folks too worried about the business affairs. And I'll just kind of stop there. But
No, don't stop.
But it's why the Saints look the way the Saints look too. It's all the people in charge of the Benson business empire are the same people not giving a shit about what's happening on the court and on the field.
That's a
I'll
fact.
just stop there.
Man,
You keep going.
Go ahead, Lito.
Fact.
man, I hate this team, man. Like, fucking take your basketball joy 4 games in 5 minutes.
Not to mention they did raise ticket prices this year too for the Pelicans, right? They did raise ticket prices
Right.
again.
Dog, if you bad, I said this last year. If you're a bad team, you could at least be entertaining. You can't be a boring bad team. Like,
You can, because this is what we got. Alston, welcome to the show. Can you hear us?
Yeah, y'all get me?
Yep, go ahead, man.
Yep.
Willie Green equals Dennis Allen. David Griffin equals Mickey Loomis. Y'all have a good day.
All right.
And I got another thing. And
Thanks, Alston.
This I said this year. Right. I mentioned looking up at this team, discussed it. You know, my uncle used to say, you know, I probably can't go to heaven and get I miss my uncle. He said, I probably can't go to heaven and get a cup of ice water, but I can go to hell and get me a hot cup of coffee. This team's in hell, right? So, but the team was in hell this entire time. And we've been saying it. Like, the team stinks. Yep. And it starts at the top. It's a bad roster. Willie Green is awful. And dog, Willie Green is awful, dog. Like, he's not even awful the way you can hide it awful. He's like morbidly awful. He's obesely awful.
All right. My dog. Go ahead. What's up, man?
What's up? Yeah. The team, everybody quit. But it wasn't just Rand and Chaz. It was your boy Zion too, sir. He quit.
My dog. Brandon took single-digit shots.
Dude, he had people hanging on him all night, dude. Like, they both quit.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
They both quit. I don't blame them because last night the team quit on them. It was scored 30 and the whole team quit.
11. Nah, you make the big bucks, my dog. They all got to show up, dog. I mean,
yeah, I agree with you on that. They do got to show up.
11.
And my thing with Brandon is, it's like, you got to get off that ball quicker, dude. You taking all them dribbles. You got to get that ball out if you're gonna run the offense. But my issue with the whole team is it's no system.
None.
We can all agree on that.
We can definitely all agree on that. Appreciate you, man. Always in the chat and watching the show, man. Good hearing from you.
All right,
my dog.
Co, what's going on, man?
Whoa,
what up,
man?
Oh, nah.
Man, say, look, I'm gonna just say it like this here. Man. I don't care who quit. Man, it's like Wesley Snipes said, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown. You hear me? It's bigger than Nino Brown. The front office, man, get them out of here. Just get all them out of here. I want Griff out of there. Get Willie out of there. Man, send Gail to the retirement home. It's over with.
I'm out of here.
Co, appreciate you, man.
Go
for
Always
it, y'all.
here every
Co,
single
nah, Co from BR. Co sound like Savage Life, like when
Oh,
he first
yeah, for sure.
originally recorded.
night.
What up, Ryan?
Appreciate you, Co.
Appreciate y'all, man.
For
Thank you,
sure.
man.
All right, cool.
Later.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where things are starting to get obviously a little interesting with that. What you got, Chaz?
I'm just thinking. I'm like,
Oh,
what
you're just
gives us any
laughing.
confidence that they would do anything like to improve this team? You couldn't even get a fucking starting center. You couldn't get a backup point guard. Like you just couldn't do anything. You can't get any buy-in. You can't develop anyone.
Chaz.
You can't run any sets.
David Griffin went on media day and said, "We're going to figure it out."
But see, that's the thing, and that's why that's why a lot of new hires and some people still got their press credentials because no one said, "What you mean by that? The fuck that's supposed to mean?" Like nobody said, "What you mean by that?" Funny how? Funny how? Funny how? Like no one said anything. Like.
Daniel Tice. Like, I hate to I hate to keep going back to Tice because he's probably like it's not his fault, but the situation that this team was put in entering the year with Daniel Tice as the start. Like
Ty the Kid, welcome to the show. What's up, man?
Yo,
How you doing?
my question is, what's up?
What's fine?
My question is, do y'all think that the national media understands why this team is bad? Why Willie Green the way he is, Zion and Bi the way he is, the ownership? Do you know if they have any clue on why we're like this?
That's a great question, Ty the Kid. Appreciate that. Go ahead, Jared. Appreciate you calling in too.
No, Ty, yeah, appreciate the question, bro. To be honest, they don't give a fuck. They could care less. And then when they show the team on national TV, that's why you get expressions from Reggie Miller like, minutes restriction? Why would it be on the minutes restriction? That doesn't make any sense. It's the beginning of the season. Because they are flabbergasted at the fact that Zion Williamson in game 2, I believe, is his first game on a minutes restriction. Right? Like, that makes no sense to them. So the national media doesn't care about the Pelicans. They could care less. It does nothing for them. If Zion isn't playing well, who really cares? They're not winning. Yeah, it does nothing.
I think that my bad, Chaz is about to go.
Oh no, I wouldn't about to say no.
So I think that if you shout out to Ty, that's a good question. I think that if you actually listen to the right guys in the national media, they've been telling you all along like this shit is gonna be crazy. Like Zach Lowe, for instance, I can't remember who else was on that pod with him, but they did like a 3-hour pod one day, and they spent about 45 minutes on the Pelicans, and they kept coming back to how is this going to work in New Orleans? How is this going to work, right? And then the point that they got to was their talent there, but shout out to Chaz, none of the pieces fit. None of the pieces fit. And then they kept labeling it the one word. Tim, yep. Shout out to Chung. They kept labeling it the one word that I said yesterday. They left it at interesting.
Would you say Lito again? She got an interesting face.
Yeah, hey, it's 12 8. You know what I'm saying? What it's 2 o'clock. The club about to close. You don't have many options. And she over there with an interesting face. What you gonna do?
I feel like, for if you want to label him national media, I feel like Barkley is disgusted every time he gets a Pelicans game.
Every time, him and Shaq.
But they don't. I think y'all said it best. They don't care. They don't talk about us. But like at the same time, like they don't talk about the Raptors or the Bulls or like the Pistons and Wizards and Charlotte. Like they don't talk about them either. You know why? Because ain't none of us any good. None of those teams are any good. Like they talk about Oklahoma City. Don't give me small market shit. They talk about Orlando. They talk about Oklahoma City. They talk about Minnesota. They don't talk about us because we're dysfunctional and we suck. The same reason they don't talk about all the other organizations that are dysfunctional and suck. Utah, they ain't talking about Utah. They talked about Utah a little bit this summer because they were maybe going to trade away their best player. They don't talk about any of those teams. That's where you're at. That's the reality of the situation when you're a consistent play-in team, which is what we are.
Shane, welcome to the show. Can you hear us?
Hey, what up, Shane?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
What
go
up,
ahead,
Shane?
man.
So, we always seem to move a year late on everything. So I was wondering, we've kind of had, I guess, this faint idea of building around Zion and Ingram, which, we kind of half-ass anyway. But in the grand scheme of things, do you think we should maybe pivot and start trying to build around Hawkins and Trey moving forward instead?
Let's let Griff answer this question.
Thanks, Shane. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Shane.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. We were really excited about a lot of the things we've seen with Jordan, specifically lately on this West Coast road trip. It's really showed us tenacity, things we look for, a lot of testicular fortitude. I know I checked myself. And something really just plays with a sparkle in his eye, for a while now. We've had several tiffs with Draymond Green, I'm sure you know. And he stood up for himself, and that's impressive. He stood up for his teammates. Judge Javante stood up for his teammates. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who's going to fight back. Someone who's not going to back down. Someone who's going to throw it back, because that's what I look for. And I'm just happy we found him. We really got a gem of a guy there.
Appreciate them. Mark, welcome to the show.
What's up, gang? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. How y'all living?
Good, man. Just
We making it, brother.
I've just been quietly listening to y'all. I ain't even been typing tonight.
Well, we always appreciate your support, man. What you got?
Oh, man, they had a specific moment in the game. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about if y'all endured that whole thing we just watched. That was a lot. It was about 9 minutes. I think it was 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And the commentators said that the Pelicans are trying to slow the pace down. We were down by like fucking 16. And
like this all the time. Right.
The commentators for Golden State were like, oh, the Pelicans are trying to keep this thing dirty. They're trying to grind this out and slow this pace down. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like Golden State's like flying up and down the court, banging threes on it. We get the ball running that fucking Willie Green struggle, pain, suffering, blood, sweat, tears, grimy ass offense. Brandon looking clueless again. Zion looking clueless again. It looked like the only person that even knew what the fuck we were doing tonight or what we were trying to do was Hawkins, the fucking kid. Isn't he like 20, 19?
Like
he's 21.
He's 22.
22.
What's up with the body language? Brandon shaking his head. Zion walking. Zion looked like a fucking beat dog. Like a dog that gets beat a lot. Like that. Like an abused dog. That's the body language that Zion had tonight. And then he's looking at the refs like, and the refs are looking back at him with the same fucking look. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Mark. We appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, Mark.
You, man. Shout out to Mark. Mark, bring a little juice to the stage. Yo.
Hey, you know what's funny?
This is
He started out real somber.
He did. He got to his groove.
He got comfortable. He got comfortable, man. I like that.
Pretty
Good
quick.
for him.
This is the greatest show.
The line is open, powered by 4D. So, y'all got anything else? I don't know. 49 minutes in. Make sure you smash that like button. Damn, Jarrett, I didn't do it. So we're gonna take calls.
Yeah.
Unless we get to a certain amount of likes.
Yeah, hey,
Just
man.
smash the like
Matter of
button.
fact, nobody else can pull up until y'all get the likes up. I don't know what the likes are right now.
How about where we at, man?
Yeah, let's check.
While you
I'm
look,
gonna send you the link.
Chaz,
on
are these
Twitter.
on sale? Chaz, are these on sale?
They might be on the site. I'm gonna send you the link on Twitter, Shane. I'm gonna DM you.
Shout out to my dog Shane, man.
Yeah, shout out to Shane, man.
We had 96. We had 96 likes.
look, man. Hey, look, Mark. I appreciate Mark's energy, but I do just real quick. I mean, we do have accountability on this show. And he said a lot.
We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. know what I'm talking about?
Hey, you know how out of pocket you gotta say something for Ross to lead?
I know Ross did it. Like it was,
Dog,
yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
Mark
Like,
came in heavy, bro.
like shout out to Lucas. No, we was running the zone with Buddy Hill on the court.
that was
Buddy
something.
Hill had like 19 points in the fourth quarter. Like, dog, this team, you know, I said something I shouldn't have said before. I felt bad. I was like, damn, did I go too far? I must be getting soft. Pause. But I was like, Willie Green is an imbecile. He's imbecilic. And I was right. Willie Green is awful, dog. It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
All right.
It don't make no
well,
sense, dog.
Terry, welcome to the show. Can you hear us?
Terry.
Whoa.
What up, Terry?
What up,
Look good, bro.
What you got, Terry?
Man, this is just getting depressing by the day, bro.
It's like therapy. This is like therapy right now.
I don't know.
That's a good question right here.
It's just like, because to your point, you said it's not that the pieces don't fit. It's just we not making it work for us. Like if I got a team and I got all running backs, I'm not gonna be running the spread offense. I'm gonna run the wing T. You see what I'm saying? So the pieces could work. We just not utilizing it. You know what I'm saying, for what we got. Is here, make something happen, everybody stand in the corner. It's act like Kobe used to say this. The league has become accidental basketball. Drive, kick, and hopefully somebody makes a shot. Like one time, it wasn't this game, it was last game. We somebody penetrated, pause, and it was a swing to Daniel Tice in the corner.
The corner is unbelievable. That's what the defense wanted you to do. That's what the defense wanted you to do.
Swung right into that dumbass shot.
Oh, bro.
That shit wasn't even close either, bro. I was like, come on.
Terry, appreciate you calling in, man. Always here.
Hey, how the fuck you let the defense? Oh, my bad, Fly.
No, you good. Nah.
Appreciate you, Terry.
Terry makes a great point. Like, I think analytics have ruined the strategy of basketball. I know they try to use it to simplify the game, but the idea of certain things, like, why would we want Daniel Tice shooting the three anyway?
In any circumstance.
Any circumstance.
That's what, like, the defense is going to be like, thank you. They're going to clap. Like, it's like, all right.
Like, shout out to Jose, but that's what they wanted. Like, Jose shoot five.
You know the best way for Tice to never take a three.
Not be on the floor.
Be on the bench.
For him to never be outside the 3-point line.
Oh, yeah. That's
because you know what's going to happen when he goes out there? They're not going to guard him.
All right, I gotta get Ricky on. Ricky,
What's
going on, man?
What it do, Rick?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man, go ahead, bro.
First of all, hey, yo, shout out y'all, yo.
Appreciate you.
Y'all be doing this shit.
Appreciate
all I'm
you.
gonna say is, yo, it was one play in the game. I think it was the end of the first quarter where Hawkins got that three and he got fouled, and where Brandon was calling the play. Do you see how long it took them niggas to understand what he was telling them to do? And then when he be open and don't get the ball, my dog just be like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, and then Willie just be sitting over there with the same look. Man, get this nigga up out of here, man. Please.
Preach.
I can't even like
appreciate
Tony
you, Ricky.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Rick, dog.
Hey, Rick. Tony Allen called Elvin Gentry like the worst coach ever. Can you imagine how people feel about Willie Green coach? Being a good person or a cool guy will take you a long way, because this man can't have no type of skills. Like, dog, the defense look putrid, like somebody said enough. The offense is an abomination. A man would have to be insane to continue to employ this man. So how many games y'all give him? What y'all think? Because this homestand coming up ain't no punk bitch.
Yeah, it's
Justin,
actually an interesting
we
point.
Went through this exercise.
It's an interesting point, Chaz, because, like, okay, CJ still got imaging done, right? He still needs to get imaging done. Herb, you know, thank God he avoided serious injury, but, like, still, like, that's going to be something that he's going to have to play through. There's going to be some pain there. Zion looks terrible. Who else am I missing? DeJounte won't be back for another 5 weeks. So Tice is hurt.
We might
I mean,
not
you're looking at Trey Jemison. You're looking at Trey Jemison logging 10, 15 minutes a night here. Look, it could get bad.
It's time.
It's time. If you do it
It's time to
now,
bring in a security guard.
See, here's the good thing. If you do it now, right, you got time to kind of implement new things. You don't want to wait till Thanksgiving in December where it could kind of realistically be out of your hands. If you do it now, you get them out the building now, right? At least you can go to Zion and Brandon and say, look, no shit been fucked up for a while. Just bear with me. Reinforcements coming, and then it's gonna be a new day. It's gonna be a new day. At least you can buy some goodwill. Nobody won't hear Willie Green do nothing. People totally checked out on Willie Green, bro. Totally checked out on this man. Totally.
Chaz, when do you think they should fire him?
He should have been fired already.
But when do you think they should?
Damn, I'm slipping. It's 2:00 here.
What about now?
We got a song together. How about now? Bro, what have we done?
Jared, before I get Grub on, hold up, Jared. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, to play a little devil's advocate, like, how is that gonna look like from the media side? You got a coach that's gotten better statistically year after year after year, right? The national media doesn't pay attention the day ins, the day outs of the Pelicans, and won't understand why a team that's gotten better each year, record-wise, quit on its coach. It's going to have a negative impact on probably the players, but if you like, that's probably the situation that you're going to, be looking at, right? The negative outlook on a Zion, like Zion and Willie Green don't see eye to eye. Willie Green and Brandon don't see eye to eye. They already fired Stan Van Gundy. They already fired Alvin Gentry. Like, who's running this organization? So if you're Griff, it's almost like you in a lose-lose.
Yep.
You better figure out which one you're willing to lose with.
All right, let's get Grub on. Grub of the Bird Rights. What's up, Grub? How you doing?
Grub.
Thanks for joining the show.
Yo, what's happening, fellas?
Man, you got it. What's up, OG?
No, it's just, this is very funny because every year you go into the season with an incredibly flawed roster that everyone can see the holes. And you're talking about the same positions essentially every year for 6 years now. There's been no post presence on the defensive end, and you have not had consistent playmaking from the point guard position. 6 years of this. As soon as DeJounte goes down, playmaking comes to a halt. And DeJounte really didn't have a great first game, but that tells you how bad it's been at the point guard spot, that what he put up in game one was seen as revolutionary. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't his best. That wasn't close to his best. But it was like, oh my God, he flirted with a triple-double in a game he shot 4 of 17.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a great game. But the Pelicans have been that bad. And you saw, again, I think the biggest thing is it's systemic. If you talk about this team, you talk about systemic failure. As you talk about from the top, where you have failed to build the roster that complements your best player. You have let your second best player regress as well and decide to play a game that doesn't work in this decade. You let him do that. You know what I mean? Like, he decided on his own because he was playing the way you wanted him to play. And I get really tired on social media of people hitting me up and saying, why do you want Brandon to change his game? I'm not asking Brandon to change his game. I'm saying play the game you used to play. The game that got you an all-star bid. The game that got you the most improved player. You decided on your own to stop playing that way. So that's when people want to give Brandon that pass on that bothers me so much. Because like just the other night with the game, when they lose and he shoots 6 threes and people are like, well, look, he shot the 6 threes. You're missing the point. The point is that the goal is to average 6. That doesn't mean when you get to 6, the night is over. You have to see what the other team is doing and adjust what you do to that. And I saw Jason Maples put something tonight. We were just agreeing on the point, like he was criticizing the stars, and it starts with them on the court, is that you have one that cannot adjust because for Zion to wait till the last 4 minutes to figure out I can turn right, that's on both him and the coaching staff. You don't decide to turn right this whole, just give it a shot. And nobody is on the bench noticing that you've not turned right, and no one is saying in a timeout, hey, bro, turn right. Like there's a different 90 degrees you can turn to. Go that way.
You think he'd do that? You think he'd do that in preseason games, but we also
But you didn't play him in the preseason. You let him sit out. So I got people telling me too, well, he missed. Well, they said you had the fewest preseason games of any team in the league. The Lakers played 8. You played 3.
Damn.
And you decided that knowing that your second best player was sitting out the first 2, that you intentionally let Zion play in the second one instead of, if you're going to sit him in the second, play him in the third, because you had a whole week between the third game and the last game. And you also know that Zion Williamson, and we've heard this time and time again, the best way to keep him thinking about playing basketball is to have him playing basketball. So why would you take any opportunity to take the game away from him? He has to be engaged. And if you're playing slow, Zion is not engaged. So there's always going to be this duality of Brandon, who does not naturally want to play fast, and Zion, who must play fast. They are always better separately. The times when the Pelicans made runs tonight, Brandon and Zion were not on the floor together.
Yeah.
So
the Kane lineup. Yep.
If
Kane
the
and
two
Boston.
best players cannot play together, then they cannot play together. Somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to go.
so Grub, appreciate you,
Hey,
man.
hey, Grub was cooking.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Make sure you check him out at the Bird Rights, man. Grub.
Cooking.
Yes, sir.
Dave Grub, appreciate you, man.
Detroit player.
Later.
Thanks, Grub.
Grub brings up some great points. Whoever wants to go first. I mean, it's 12:35.
Bro, like, I mean, where you want to start with that? Like, the motherfucker refused to go right. Like,
well, can we talk about the preseason thing that we haven't started? Like, we really kind of just skipped over, and everyone was like, "Well, remember, Chaz? We were talking about this whole preseason thing." Everyone's like, "Well, why would you want these guys playing over 20 minutes? And why would you want this? And they're injury prone and blah blah blah." It's like they still haven't played a minute together.
It wasn't just that, bro. It's like, it wasn't just that. It was the fact that you just saw this not work a couple years ago. You just saw, I don't know. He might have been dealing with something, but he sat out the first 3 games. He played in that final Bulls game. I'm like, to this point in the season, your starting unit has not seen a single second together. And by choice, not by injury, by choice. No. Well, because Trey got hurt in training camp. So I'll give him a pass on that. So, but Brandon, Zion, and DeJounte have not seen a single second together. And again, you want to give Willie Green a break. Like, what are you supposed to do with your top 4 rotational players out? But at the same time, it ain't like you trying something that usually works for you and it's failing. You doing something that never works anyway, and you just leaning into it. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid, man. It's stupid.
It's crazy. It took Zion 3.5 quarters to just think to spin right. Like,
it's not crazy, Justin. That's the thing.
No, I know it's not crazy. No,
it took 6 years. It took 6 years, actually. You saying 3.5 quarters? It took 6 years.
You're yelling at me. It's not my fault, okay, Lito?
I'm not yelling at you, but you're the closest person to the.
That's fine. Whatever. Kick me out of my own building. Mark, welcome back. What's up, Mark?
Wait. Hold up,
Mark. Stay there.
All right. Wait, Mark, hold up 1 second, bro. Justin, I was thinking about this. We talk about what is Zion added, dog. The motherfucker comes to the gym every day with 2 things: run fast, jump high. That's insane, dog. That's insane.
He doesn't jump high anymore, and he doesn't really run fast. So
run at a moderate speed and jump over a sheet of paper.
Jump straight into
This motherfucker act like basketball or pinball or some shit. Like he just
straight line drives into your chest, and that's the move. And look, like, is he getting fouled on him? Sure, but like, refs aren't going to consistently just give him that call. He's got 0 footwork. He's got 0 post moves. His ball handling is not great. In transition, he loses the ball a lot. He falls a lot. I mean, he falls. How many times a game do you think he falls? Like, just falls. He's a bad free throw shooter.
He ain't added nothing but about 5 bank accounts, 3 ounces, and 2 vehicles, Justin. That's all he's added.
Mark, welcome back. What's going on, Mark?
Yeah. I thought Ross was
What's up, Mark? Yeah, man. I was just looking at that fucking score.
What does that mean, Mark?
89.
We back to 89 points. I didn't even realize that. We scored 89 again.
Holy shit.
We scored 89 points in 5 out of 9 games played. Our last 9.
So I'm looking at Kuminga. I'm looking at Kuminga.
Oh, talk, Mark. Talk.
The way he was dealing with Brandon. Pause. I started getting Lou Dort flashbacks. He had him in prison.
He the original Lou Dort, though.
And then it's not like Brandon's this unstoppable force. And he's trying to hold us to get he's holding us for the ransom, right? Isn't that what he wants? He wants the bag, right? And then he's literally getting put in purgatory against, I'm not trying to disrespect Kuminga. You know, I'm not trying to disrespect Dort, but you're supposed to be B.I. Like, you're supposed to be somebody. And then once again tonight, I don't know. I don't even want to call him Robin. I don't know who's Batman. Is Hawkins Batman right now?
Look like
me. He
He's been their best overall player. He's been their best overall player. Mark, appreciate you. I get Young Prospect on. Email me. We're send you a little care package. Appreciate you, Mark. Thanks
yeah, shout out to Mark.
Appreciate you, bro. What's up, Young Prospect? How you doing, man?
Prospect.
You.
My dog. What up?
Here you go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I started watching the game before halftime. Was it as bad as I thought it was?
Oh, absolutely. It probably was worse.
It probably was a little worse. Probably a little bit worse.
All right. Here's my second question: how many times did Zion try that trash ass spin move?
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, he spent the night. He was spinless.
He was spinless. Bro, like I'm like, bro, I'm at a point to where I'm like, the Saints and the Pelicans are the same team with the same coach with different complexions. That's the point I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, both teams have horrible head coaches with good players, with good young players that's just giving up on the coaches. That's honestly how I feel. Like, I don't want
Whose
to put
fault
all
do you
the
think
blame
that is, Young
on
Prospect?
these coaches. I don't want to put all the blame on the coaches, but it's obvious that these coaches ain't doing something right to make the players do what they supposed to do. Like, it's supposed to be some type of authority figure within the organization. With you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to really put it into words. Maybe I'm not explaining it right.
No, it starts at Young Prospect. You are. Appreciate you calling in, man. Always supporting the show. Appreciate you. Oh, you email me as well. We'll just send you a little care package. Appreciate you, man.
Hey yo, we got 137 likes.
Hit the smash the like button. It's smart. It starts at the top. It starts with Gail. That's who it starts with. Look, I don't really like whatever the Saints or whatever. How you still haven't fired Dennis Allen is insane to me.
Because motherfuckers still go buy tickets because they support
exactly
brand loyalty.
Exactly. How do you raise ticket prices on the Pelicans this year? How do you do that? How do you think that's a good idea?
Yep. See a fool, play a fool.
Idiots
Stuck
pay
a phone every minute.
And they won't update the arena.
I just think it's the ownership group in general, man. I just think it's and I blame the media. I blame the media. Like, you let Mickey Loomis sit in the press conference and chew gum and pull out a note, and no one even gave him one of those isms. Like, you fucking kidding me right now? Like, no one even said that. Like no one even there's no pushback whatsoever. Every bit of this rollout has been a disaster. From media day, the cameras were fuzzy and 360p SD. Everything about this is the antennas didn't work. They still aren't giving people antennas. It's hard to watch the game. Everything about this is so shoddy and second rate and low budget. You know what it looks like? It looks like the end of Blockbuster. Like, when they kind of just stopped caring, they ain't got like the end cap set up no more with the new big movie that's out. Like, it's like the end. It looks like that. Everything about this screams the end of an era, a pretty forgetful era also. And I honestly feel like everybody under 25 need to go. No, 25 and under can stay. Everybody over 25, you gotta go. Like and I don't even mean it from like a talent standpoint. It's just like bro, you've been doing this wrong so many times, like for so long, and you're still gonna have the same questions. Just rip the band-aid off and go from there. And I mean, Willie Green, he's terrible, man. You know, Willie Green's awful. It all goes back to that. Like, I don't give a fuck what the front office did. I don't care what Gail does. I don't care about none of that. Man, Willie Green is awful, man. Like that's what it boils down to, dog. Willie Green is terrible. It's terrible. Awful.
Terribly.
Terrible. I feel terrible.
Awful,
all right, it's 12:45 in the morning. We gotta get out of here. Smash the like button. We'll be live again Friday. They play Sunday, then they play Monday.
Oh God.
Updated pizza picks. Shout out Theo's. Jarrett's still in the lead at 4-1.
Motherfuckers, boy.
Jeez, my pick against
Nipping at
Indiana
his
looks
heels.
terrible. Oof. Shout out Theo's Pizza, the best pizza in the city. Of course, Company Bar located 4600 Fred Street. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everyone that came up, talked.
Appreciate y'all.
Still 300 people in here, and it's 12:45 at night. So shout out 4D, Sunshine John Deere, of course, Standard Mortgage, DraftKings, and Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm, and always powered by 4D. All right, guys. We'll see you on Friday.
When the Pelicans go get a win again?
Smash like button.
What's today?